Hello, my name is Dan Netto, and I am a student in the Educational Technology doctoral program at Boise State University. This presentation is about valuing learning with digital badges. I would like to start with a story. In 2010, our family adopted a beautiful little girl from China. We had learned that she'd been abandoned at 2 months old and had been raised in an orphanage. Our oldest son, Isaac, was 5 years old, and we thought that his new sister would feel more comfortable having another child with her as we went to China to finish the adoption. We met with Isaac's kindergarten teacher, and she prepared work for Isaac so he could continue with his studies. While we were in China, Isaac was able to tour museums, zoos, travel through China, and participate in the adoption ceremonies for his sister. Every day he worked on his reading, writing, and math. Isaac had a great learning experience. When we brought Isaac back to school, his teacher told us that Isaac had made excellent progress and was further ahead than the rest of the class. 1 week later, we received a phone call from Isaac's principal. She told us that she wanted Isaac to be held back 1 year because he had missed too much school. We told her that Isaac had studied the whole time we were gone and we did not want him to spend another year in kindergarten. The whole experience made us wonder really what the principal valued in Isaac's learning. I could not imagine that Isaac would have had a richer learning experience sitting on the floor of his classroom rather than traveling to another country, experiencing new cultures, and meeting his sister for the very first time. So what do our schools value in education? What skills and knowledge do we want our children to know? We all want them to be able to read about the world that they live in. We want them to be able to speak and write about their thoughts. We want them to understand concepts in the language of mathematics, and we want our children to be able to be creative as they find solutions to the challenges they face today. In 2009, college and career readiness standards were developed and are now known as the Common Core standards. The purpose of these standards were to ensure that our students, regardless of where they live, have the skills and knowledge that they need to ensure that they will be successful in college, their careers, and in life. The Common Core standards' primary focuses are one-on-one conversations, presenting to groups, visually displaying information, writing well, using word processing tools, mastering online communications, gathering information and detecting nonsense, and mastering in-depth knowledge of any field. But are these all of the skills that employers want their workers to have? How about self-motivation, ethics, time management, looking good, legible writing, relationship building, identifying problems, and then developing and launching solutions to those problems? How do grades ensure that a student has the very specific skills that employers are looking for either? What really does an A mean in a class where one teacher might not teach all of the skills and content that another teacher would? Are A's, B's, and C's the same across the world, and how can we ensure that? The term digital badging was first coined in 2010. The practice of using digital badges to demonstrate accomplishment has come from digital game practices, online reputation systems, and rankings such as Amazon and eBay. Digital badges can be displayed by the earner through digital means and shared with employers and educational institutions to demonstrate accomplishments. Digital badges are credentials that are developed with transparency as to how they were created to establish trust that the earner of the badge learned what they said they had learned. Well-designed badges show learning, assessment, and the evidence that is visible in one place are associated with the learner who earned the badge and the organization that issued the badge. There are criteria that digital badges should have to ensure that the accomplishment can be verified and shared across platforms. These three criteria are an interactive graphic, data that is machine readable that can be saved onto the badge, a web page that includes evidence, criteria, and relevant information about the digital badge. Ecosystems for the storing and sharing of digital badges are being developed by organizations such as Mozilla, the MacArthur Foundation, and the Humanities, Arts, Science, Technology Alliance and Collaboratory. The creators of these new ecosystems understand that digital badging systems need to be open and learning needs to be transferable. The earner of a digital badge can store their accomplishments in the ecosystems as a sort of digital backpack. Earners can pick and choose the credentials that they would like to share with potential consumers, such as employers and educators. Digital badges can be displayed on websites, resumes, and social media accounts. Digital badges can be issued for the work and learning that is happening everywhere, and skill and knowledge can be captured when it happens. Professional development for employees can be designed around theirs and their company's best interests. With digital badges, employers can feel confident that the prospective employees have the skills and knowledge that they desire. Badge systems are not a new idea and have been used for many years. Boy Scouts worked for many years to achieve their highest ranking of Eagle Scout. The Girl Scouts have a complex system of demonstrating the learning that their members achieve. The military issues ranks and awards for accomplishments that soldiers, sailors, and airmen achieve in their work. With digital badges, teachers could gain credit for the work that they did that year. Military veterans could gain credit for the skills that they picked up over their years of service. With digital badges and employee search sites, employers could seek out the best candidates for their needs of their company now and for the specific training that is needed now instead of waiting for the bureaucracy to catch up. My son could demonstrate his learning and experiences by earning the badges that made the most sense for him and his teachers. The value of his learning comes from the skills and knowledge that he has acquired and not the amount of time that he spent in the classroom. Learning should extend past the school environment and should be captured when and where it occurs, and with digital badges it can. Thank you so much for allowing me to help you learn more about digital badges. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about my research, please contact me at danielnetto@u.boisestate.edu. Thanks.